Hello, this is Mindy and welcome to Cindy's Corner. All of my students and parents around the world, welcome once again. Sometimes you may wonder, why is learning math so important? My calculator can do it for me. And that's true. But parents and students around the world, I can show you what your calculator is doing. Because sometimes you may have to do math on your own. A lot of times you have to do math on your own. When we have percents, percents are numbers that are dividing 100. If we have 100 and we want to know what is 10% of 100, we can put it in the calculator. We know that. But what does your calculator do? Your calculator multiplies 100 times 10. And that's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. You add that, and there's two spaces there from the decimal point, and it gives you 10. 10, the whole number, and the two zeros. So 10 is 10% of 100. 10 is 10% of 100. Your calculator can do that for you. Because it's built in the calculator to do that. But we're going to add numbers and find out how does your calculator come to the sum, which is the adding of the numbers, and then adding the total that you add is called the sum. S-U-M. The total of what you add is called the sum. So, let's say we have a long column of numbers. And we want to know, how did my calculator come to that number? I can click it into my calculator and get the number. 58. I can put that in my calculator. 102. 220. And 400. I can put that in my calculator and get a sum. But what if you want to do it yourself? Because math is not only something that you add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Math helps your brain to think. You can think of math as an exercise for the brain. So, what does your calculator do when you have large sums of numbers to add? This is the add sign, as we know. So let's find out what our calculator does. We'll start with the ones column. 8 and 2 is 10, 0 and 0. So we put the 0 here, and we put the 1 here. 6, 7, 8. And the 100 column, 1 and 2 is 3, and 4 is 7. We come up with the sum of 780. If we put it into our calculators, the calculator will tell you 780. But we just did it with our brains. We added large sums of numbers. Let's try more. 72. If you have a pencil and paper, you can do it along with me, and we can help get our brains exercising. 72, 76, 84, and 112. What are we going to do with all these numbers? We're going to add them. We'll start with which column? The ones column, always, when we're adding. The calculator, as I said before, can do this for you. But you can do it yourself as well on pencil and paper. 6 and 2 is 8. 12, 14. 4 carry a 1, 8. And 7 is 15. 15 and 8 is 23. And 1 is 24. Carry the 2. 344. These numbers can be done with you adding them yourself. When adding large sums of numbers or any numbers, you start with the ones column. What if we're multiplying? Let's try simple multiplication. And you know, in Cindy's Corner, we deal with the basic functions of math. When I get into hard calculus, trigonometry, we're doing adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing most of the time in Cindy's Corner. So what we're going to do now is multiply. 2 times 8. Multiplication sign. What does 2 times 8 mean? It means if I had 8 things, and we're going to put 8 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 one time in a box. We're going to put 8 more lines in another box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 in 2 different boxes. 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 8 in 2 different situations. What's the answer? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you're using your calculator, the calculator multiplies it inside electronically. 2 sets of 8 gives you 16. That is what your calculator is doing, and your brain can do it as well. What if we multiply 3 times 4? Basic function 3 times 4. What is 3 times 4 saying? 3 times 4 is saying 4 sets of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. 4 sets of 3. What does that equal? 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 sets of the number 3 will give you 12. 4 sets of the number 3 will give you 12. Well, what about 3 sets of the number 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 sets of the number 4 gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 times 4 or 4 times 3 equals the number 12. That is what your calculator is doing. It's doing the multiplication for you, but I want you to understand what your calculator is doing. What about 5 times 2? 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is telling you that if you have 5 oranges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another box of 5 oranges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have 5 times 2. 5 times 2. 5 times 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 boxes with 5 oranges in each box will give you 10. If you have 5 boxes with 2 oranges in each box, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 boxes with 2 oranges in them, and each box will give you 10. This is what your calculator is doing. It is doing the multiplication for you. But if you do it yourself, in your mind, your brain starts to exercise. Start thinking about numbers and adding them or multiplying them. 3 times 10. 3 boxes with 10 apples in them. 3 boxes with 10 apples in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 boxes with 10 apples in each box gives you how many apples? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 boxes with 10 apples in each box will give you 30 apples. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 10 is 30.